SWR is standing for short welded rail, or LWRs represent long welded rail. In case of railway engineering, if you join railways, they will be only mentioning about SWR or LWR. Okay, so long welded rails, here the length is comparatively higher. Now when we roll this particular kind of rail, when we manufacture it, we have seen that on the web of the rail there will be something written like what process of rolling, which company, manufacturing date and other thing. During the rolling we have some kind of mechanism, so these are done with the mechanical and industrial engineering people, that for the entire length of the long welded rail you do not expect that it will be expanding and contracting throughout its length. Rather there will be some portion in the middle, there will not be any contraction or expansion. So expansion and contraction, whatever we will be expecting or whatever we will be seeing with our eyes or with the gauge, those will be only at the ends. Okay, so only the end portion is going to expand or contract, not the entire length of the long welded rail. So when do we call it long welded rail? So length greater than 250 meter in case of broad gauge, which is approximately how many rail? You know that rail length is 13 meter or 12 meter. So like 13 rails are joined together in case of broad gauge. Okay. And maximum length of LWR, what is prescribed or suggested, is 1 kilometer for Indian condition. Okay, so in case of Indian Railway, we say that the maximum length of LWR is 1 kilometer, and anything beyond 250 meter for broad gauge, 300 meter for the meter gauge. So short welded rail, long welded rail, and there is one more which is known as continuous welded rail. So this one is even larger than the long welded rail, having more length. So the length of the rail, if it is more than 1 kilometer, 1000 meter, we call it continuously welded rail. So sometime it is from one station to another station. Okay. So now when we know a little bit about welded trap, let us see some features. What is the specialty of this trap? So here you can see that we have something known as breathing length. Okay. So breathing length is basically, if you look at this particular photo that I have included. So this is continuous, so which is being shown with this kind of shape. So here it is ending, here is start of one rail, it is going like this, then there is a cut, again the rail is going to end, again the second rail. So at the end portion here, okay, and here we have the section of the rail, length of the rail where it is expanding and contracting. These particular sides are known as the breathing length. Whereas the middle portion, where it is not undergoing any sort of expansion or contraction, it is known as non-breathing length. Okay, and the kind of thing that we are seeing at the end, obviously those are joints because two rails are going to meet each other. So in case of long welded rail, we do not weld them, rather we have a specific mechanism, we call it switch expansion joint. So let us see what is switch expansion joint. And the another thing I want to bring your notice that this is the total length of the LWR. Though there is certain gap, actually this sharp edge of this particular rail will go up to this position. So we'll see some real photos. Okay, so switch expansion joint, here is one example. So an expansion joint, or obviously when we are saying expansion, it is going to accommodate the contraction as well. So that is being installed at each end of the LWR, which is nothing but breathing length, to permit expansion and contraction of adjoining breathing length due to the temperature variation. So there will be rise and fall in temperature, so it will be able to accommodate. So here you can see that the portion of the rail is not having same section. So rather we have some sharp edge Here for this particular rail, here is also we have sharp edge. Then there is some kind of devices. This is wooden slipper, and here also you can see the explanation which is given here regarding the two rails which are lying here. So if you look at these two rails minutely, you will be able to see that there are nuts and bolts which has been used in order to fix those two rail sections, smaller rail cut portion, and in order to fix the slipper. Why? Because because of the temperature variation, there will be some movement of the slipper. So we want to stop that. Okay, so that's the reason for providing this kind of rails in the middle. So here we have another photo. So here you can see the rail section is cut. It is going a little bit ahead. The other section of the rail is again cut. It is coming up to this point. So we have one gap here. We have another gap there. So earlier, in case of normal rail, we have a gap with no support. So we have a blank space. Okay, but here you can see that almost half portion we don't have any gap. For the remaining half portion we have gap. Here also we have some gap on this particular side, but here we do not have any gap. Okay, so in that way we have accommodated. So these are photos from internet. If you look at my profile photo for MS Teams, probably you have seen that I am with my son and there is a railway track. So now I have included those picture here. I was trying to explain my son what is switch expansion gap. So here you can see, okay, here you can see that the parallel rail, we have some kind of nuts and bolt system here. You have pendrol clip. So as soon as the switch expansion joint starts, the fastening is going to change. You can see that there are different types of fastening. Here we have a different kind of setup. Okay. Here also you can see before the joint you have pendrol clip, but as soon as the joint started, the switch expansion joint started, the fastening system has changed. Okay, and the other thing you want to see that the cut portion of the rail, okay, the cut portion of the rail is going to be supported with those fastening here. Here also you can see, so some portion of the fastening is going to touch the main rail where there is no cut section, and maximum portion is going to support the cut portion of the rail. And this is the gap you can see which is being left for the expansion of this rail. Now, the other thing is that whenever we are cutting a portion of a rail, so we have narrower rails, the kind of expansion and contraction will be smaller compared to you have a normal rail with proper width and everything. So, okay, so after several experiments, so railway engineers, researchers, they have done experiment and they found that this much amount of gap is enough for the expansion of this amount of rail section. So now I have close photos. These are taken from a railway track in the border of Rajasthan and Gujarat. So where I visited, so here you can see that the fastening system, it starts here, it goes there. And what is the length of breathing length? Length of LWR. So this is a part of LWR. This is part of another LWR. So whenever we will be saying what is the length of LWR up to this? No, the LWR extends up to this point. In case of this rail, the length of LWR will be considered up to this point. Okay, here you can see that there are nut bolt kind of fastening here, and we have some different kind of mechanism that we will be seeing during the discussion of fastening. Here we have the concrete slipper, but the photo that I have included earlier, you can see that here we had wooden slipper. So we had seen all different types of slipper in case of switch expansion joint. Okay. Earlier, when we did not have switch expansion joint, when we mainly had wooden slipper, at that time we used some kind of special rails which are known as buffer rail. Okay, so we use them in place of switch expansion joint at the end of LWR to accommodate the expansion and contraction that is happening at the breathing length. So the standard of the rail was higher compared to the normal rail because those are being positioned at the joint of LWR. The gap was fixed 7.5 millimeter. So you can see the gap was okay. Like gap means there is not gap like switch expansion joint. Halfway gap nahi hai. वो पूरा gap था just like normal rail, and it was only applicable for wooden slipper. Okay, but it has been discontinued on Indian Railways because it has been found that over the time its maintenance is going to create problem for the safe running of the train. So many times it has been observed that train is about to get derailed. So we got rid of those kind of buffer rails. Now we have the switch expansion joint that we have seen. Okay. Now there are certain locations where we do not use long welded rail that we need to know. So long welded rail, you can understand it goes almost a kilometer. Minimum is 250 meter in case of broad gauge, 300 meter in case of meter gauge. Now we have to be very careful whenever we will be going for this sort of welding. Until and unless the track, different component of the track up to the formation level is going to be stabilized, we do not go for the use of long welded rail. Okay, so in case of new construction, new line is being laid, we are going for new route kilometer, or if we are going for doubling of line, so we had single line, we are trying to increase the number of lines so that the trains are not getting delayed. We are not increasing the route kilometer, rather we are just increasing the track kilometer. So when we are doing any sort of new things, we do not go for the use of long welded rail. But there is a condition, terms and condition is that if we are going for mechanical compaction of the earthwork, so the earthwork, the formation, hey, please mute yourself. If there is earth there, so formation level, when we do the stabilization, when we make sure that the soil is not going to be subsidized, submerge, sink, it is okay with the help of mechanical compaction with machines, yes, then we can say that we can use long welded rail. Okay, so but for that you need to take the approval of the chief engineer. So you can understand chief engineer is a big shot, is a big guy. So whenever he will be approving, he will make sure that everything is done nicely. Okay. Location requiring frequent renewal, where you have to go for very frequent renewal. You have to change rail, change slipper, change ballast because ballast is getting crushed or there is drainage problem. You need to avoid the use of long welded rail. So there can be corrosion of the metal. If there is corrosion, corrugation, you know what does it mean by corrugation? Wrinkling. Okay, ridge and groove is getting formed. So in that case, we do not go for it. Heavy wear, huge amount of wearing and tearing is happening both to rail as well as rolling stock. No, we do not go for the long welded rail. Weak formation. The soil is properties such that we are saying the kind of formation that we have that is not really strong. Extensive track deformation. So sometimes there is deformation, there is yielding surfaces. So we avoid those locations because it is long welded rail. Run from one location to almost 1 kilometer apart. Minimum is 250 meter. Okay, there will be problem. Soil susceptible to pumping. So this is a property of the soil. I don't know how many of you heard the distresses in case of pavement when Professor Rastogi talked about it. So pumping is the pore pressure is such that at a particular location, as soon as you are compacting the soil or the material underneath, the water is coming out. Okay, so those places are not good for long welded rail. Heavy contamination of the ballast. So the renewal is not being done, drainage is not being done. So ballast is such that we need to open the track quite often, do the screening of the ballast using the mesh that we have seen earlier. So in that case also, we do not go for long welded rail. And last one is the location where we have frequent occurrence of flood or subsidence. Okay, so subsidence is basically the sinking of the land at a particular locality or where the flood is occurring maybe every monsoon. So we do not go for the long welded rail. Okay, so being said that, I can see that our time is almost up. So now I think the question will be visible to you. So please let me know if you have any difficulty. Okay.